Hi everybody, welcome to yet another episode of HSP TV. Today is the 17th episode and today I want to talk to you about happiness. So if you're checking in and watching this live stream, please type in your name or wave, say hello. I will give you a shout out in the episode. I would love to connect to everybody that's watching today. Thank you in advance. And if you have any questions, you can just ask them during this episode, or you can always email them to me at info@tobeimbalance.com. If they are not on this subject, or if you don't want to discuss them in public, please email me. I would love to hear from you. So today's topic is happiness. And I think this is a very important topic because I think most of us are striving to be happy. I know I want to be happy, and I know the people in my direct environment want to be happy, and I know all my clients want to be happy. But it's such an elusive thing, happiness. And there are a lot of questions that we can ask ourselves about that topic. And the first one that comes to mind is, what exactly is happiness? And that is not an easy question to answer because I think it differs. Hi, Marianne. Nice of you to join. I think happiness differs from person to person, and what make me happy is not necessarily making you happy as well. So it's good to think about it for yourself. What is happiness? And the second question you should ask yourself is, what is making me happy? Or what are the conditions that need to be present for me to be happy? Because that's what I see a lot happening in daily life, that we bind our happiness to goals or conditions. Like, if I only had that house, I would be happy. If I only had a loving, caring partner that was able to communicate well with me, I would be happy. If I could afford that car, I would be happy. If I had lots of money, I would be happy. And that means that you're basically allowing your happiness to be defined by your goals. And you're basically saying that if you do not have that perfect house or that wonderful car or that ideal partner that communicates real well or a lot of money so that you can do everything, that you're not happy. And that's something to really think about. Because is that true? I'm Rihanna. Thank you for joining. I think happiness should not be determined by goals and being able to reach that goal. Because what would happen if you would never attain that perfect house? What would happen if you never found that perfect partner who could communicate really well? Or what would happen if you never became rich, or if you never acquired enough money to be able to do everything that you wanted? Would that automatically mean that you would never be happy? I think it means that if you base your happiness on those kinds of goals. And I believe that happiness is a choice. And I think that you can choose to be happy at any given moment during the day. Right now, for example, the weather is lovely outside. The sun is shining, nature is still in bloom, and I am happy because I feel great and the sun is shining, and this moment right now is, to me, perfect, and that makes me happy, and I choose that happiness. And you could do the same. Of course I have goals, of course I have wishes, of course I have wants, but my happiness is not dependent on reaching those goals. Thank you, Mariana, for agreeing. That's really nice to hear. You know, everybody has the power to choose to be happy at this moment. And if at this moment you are doing something that does not make you happy, you have the choice to go and do something else. So if right now you are doing housekeeping or something that you don't like, you can choose to do something that you do like in order to make you happy, but you can also choose to, and that's something I do, for instance, if I need to do my housekeeping, I put on music that makes me happy. So even though I'm doing something that I don't particularly enjoy, because I don't particularly enjoy cleaning my house. It's a necessary thing, but my biggest problem with it that it keeps returning. So you've done it perfectly, you cleaned everything, and then you have to do it again. And I don't really like that. But to make it as fun as possible, I put on music that makes me happy, and I sing and I dance while cleaning, and that makes me happy. So by doing my cleaning in that way, also the cleaning makes me happy. And these are choices that we have. And even though that I am not currently living where I really want to live, and even though currently I am not in a financial position that I would love to have, and even though I might not have the ideal partner that I would love to have as well, I am still happy because I choose to be happy, and because I choose to do things in the now that make me happy. And you can do the same, but it starts by asking yourself, what is happiness? What is happiness to you? To me, happiness is just feeling relaxed and having this smile on my face that I'm having now, and just enjoying each moment of the day, meeting really great people. I've done an amazing interview series this last summer. I've gotten to know so many different people, and I had so many great conversations, and that makes me happy. Mariana says, I always keep in mind that it is also a symbol of caring for myself when house cleaning. That is a very good one, exactly, because in house cleaning you have the choice. You can either hate it or you can see it as a necessary evil and make it as pleasantly as possible. And that's caring for yourself, because who wants to do something that they hate? But if you don't have a housekeeper, you don't have a partner, you cannot afford a housekeeper, somebody has to clean the house. So that means you have to do it yourself, but it doesn't mean that you have to be miserable while doing it. You can make it as fun as possible. So that brings me to another topic relating to happiness that I want to talk to you about. And these are the 4 states of human living. And I draw them as 4 squares. And on this side you have the happiness in the now. And on the bottom side you have your vision for the future. And if you are not happy in the now, and you have no vision for the future, then you're probably depressed. This is called the negative spiral. You don't feel good, you have no motivation, you might get temporary happiness from a bottle of wine or maybe something else that you gave yourself. But if you don't learn how to be happy in the now and how to make choices that really make you happy, and to actually choose happiness independent of your life goals and where you want to end up, then you are in the negative spiral. And if you are happy in the now, but you don't have a long-term vision, you don't have any dreams, you don't have any goals, you can be in the current reality trap. And you can be happy, but you don't have any vision for the future. So you can do things that make you happy, you can even choose to be happy in the now. But if you don't have a long-term vision, then it's fleeting. It's a fleeting happiness. It's only there while you are drinking your glass of wine, for instance. Or it's only there when you can actually sit in the sun, you feel the sun shining on your face, but the moment the sun disappears, your happiness is gone. That is the current reality trap. Then you have the third square, and that's when you are not happy in the now, but you do have a vision for the future. And this is the square that most of us reside in. This is the square where we are constantly pushing ourselves to make enough money to buy that house because then we are happy. To make enough money to buy that car because then we are happy. To take this course, do that course because then we would have the tools to get the clients who will bring in the money and then we will be happy. And this is what I was talking about in the beginning. In this state, you experience stress and anxiety because you are not happy in the now, but you do have a vision for the future and you are working your ass off to make that vision happy. But you are not enjoying the road towards your success. You are not enjoying the path that leads to fulfilling your dreams. You are not happy in the now, and that gives you stress and it gives you anxiety, and I really mean it. This is the state that I see most people in, and this is a state I myself have been in often, and even sometimes I have a fallback and I find myself in this state again. So the moment I start to feel stressed or anxiety or of some sort, then I ask myself, am I being happy in the now? Or am I forgetting again? Because sometimes so many things can happen that they pull you out of the now. And then you start to worry about the future. You start to worry about money. You start to worry about friendships, relationships, if you're ever going to be happy. So worrying is a big part of this third square in which you are not happy in the now, but you do have a vision for the future. And this makes it hard. It makes it so that you are not enjoying your life. And to me, that's a real shame because I see this so often in daily life. And that's part of why I started the interview series I was talking about. I interviewed about 30 highly sensitive entrepreneurs, both Dutch entrepreneurs, but also international entrepreneurs from Canada and the United States, from Trinidad, from Italy, from Greece, from France, from Germany, from Slovakia, from Norway, England, all over the place. And I started those interviews because I saw so many people being miserable in the now, and they were either in the first square where they are not happy in the now and they don't have a vision for the future, or they are in this third box. They are not happy in the now, but they do have a vision for the future. And I want to inspire them to reach for their goals, but also to be happy in the now. And I wanted to tell them our stories about how we experienced our lives before we became an entrepreneur and the events that led up to deciding to become an entrepreneur, and what it means to be an entrepreneur and what it has given us, the things that we would have never accomplished if we had not become an entrepreneur. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that everybody should become an entrepreneur. Not every highly sensitive person is suitable to become an entrepreneur. But what I am saying is that every highly sensitive person should connect with their passion, with their mission, with their heart's desire. Because the moment you do that, then it will be possible to be happy in the now. And the moment you are happy in the now and you have a vision for the future, you are bending reality. This is the state, the fourth square, in which it feels like things happen effortlessly, like you're in constant flow, and it might even feel that you're very lucky. Things come across your path and you don't have to ask for them, and you meet the most amazing people and you get the most amazing opportunities, and maybe your new life partner will come. And Mirjana says the squares are clarifying. Big hug, need to go, coming back later to listen to the rest. Thank you, Mariana. I'm happy that I made something clear, and I'm happy that you tell me that you loved what you were hearing. And I'll see you later. Bye. Big hug back. So, the bending reality square is the square in which you are happy in the now and you have a vision for the future. And it doesn't mean that you need to be an entrepreneur. There are cases in which you can find this when you are in employeeship, but certain terms need to be met and you need to determine them for yourself. And if you have difficulties in determining that, then I would encourage you to book a free HSP clarity call with me, because I'm offering everybody that's watching a free HSP clarity call in which we can talk about these things and strategies in being happy in the now or connecting to your passion, your mission, so that you have those dreams for your future and you can be in the fourth square, the bending reality square. So if you're interested in that, then please watch the comments below, because there will be the link in which you can request your private session with me. But if you're bending reality, it feels like things just magically happen for you. Oh, I have something in my eye. I'm sorry. I need to rub it. Okay, I'm back. So, happiness in the now and a vision for the future. Because if they are separated from each other, you are enjoying the ride, you are enjoying the road that leads up to fulfilling your dreams, to fulfilling your happiness, to live the life that you've always dreamed of. But reaching that is not a requirement for being happy, and is actually the other way around. And that's something that stunned me the first time I heard it. But to be, or no, let's start again. To reach that goals, to reach that that dream and to fulfill them, you need to be happy. Because if you are not happy in the now, you will never reach those goals. You will never get there. You will never succeed. So we need to learn to enjoy the road there. We need to learn to enjoy everything that we come across. And even the things that we don't like, we can learn from. We can look for the silver lining in those things, and the silver lining can still make us happy because we actually learned something from it that makes us happy, or we discovered something about ourselves that we hadn't previously known, and that can make us happy. So I hope that when you are watching this video that you take away from it that there are 4 states of human living, and the one where you have no happiness in the now and you have no plans or goals for the future, the one that you are not happy in the now but you do have plans for the future, the one that you are happy in the now but you have totally no plans for the future, and the ideal one, the flow one, where everything magically seems to happen, is the bending reality one, in which you are happy in the now and you have a plan for your future. Because if you're happy in the now, you emanate a positive energy. And the law of attraction says that what you send out, you receive back. So if you are happy in the now, you will attract even more happiness. And the more happy you are, the more happy will come to you. And this also means opportunities that will help you to fulfill your goals and your dreams for the future. So focus on being happy in the now, and don't make it oh, I need to be happy, so but just take time. Take the time to enjoy the simple things in life. Enjoy the sun that's shining now. Enjoy the birds that are singing. Enjoy cuddles from your pet, hugs from your children, flowers that you see blooming, or maybe even the turning of the leaves that they're going to go red and orange and yellow, which I think is spectacular in autumn. It's those little things that can already make you happy. And again, happiness to me is a choice. You can always choose to be happy in the now. So being in the now is the most important thing. And most of us are either in the past, thinking about all the things that have happened and what you should have said or what you should have done, and focusing on those things. But it costs a lot of time and it costs a lot of energy, and it already happened. You cannot change anything about it. So why stay in that? Because it makes you unhappy. You keep going over and over the mistakes that you made or the things you didn't say, and then you start thinking like things like I'm a loser, I will never make it, and those are all negative things, negative thoughts, negative emotions, and negative energy. And just like the positive energy, if you send out negative energy, you will also attract more negativity. So please stop. And the other thing that most of us are into is the future, thinking about the things that we want, the dreams, which all by themselves are a good thing, but we also are worried a lot about the future. What if this doesn't succeed? What if my money runs out? What if I don't attract my ideal clients? What if I don't get enough clients to make it through the month? What if my boss suddenly fires me? What if? But of all those what ifs, all the things that you are worried about, less than 1% actually comes through. So it means that you're spending a huge amount of energy and a huge amount of time being busy with, again, negative things, negative emotions. And that gives you stress, it gives you anxiety, it gives you negative energy, and that will attract even more stress and anxiety and negative things. So focus on the now. Focus on being happy in the now, choosing to be happy in the now and to enjoy the ride, enjoy the road that leads up to achieving your goals, to fulfilling your dreams, because it's not about the destination. It really is not. It is about enjoying yourself while reaching your destination. And that, to me, is happiness. And that is the message I wanted to give you all today. So thank you again for watching. Thank you for being here. I'll be here next week, Thursday, 5:30 GMT +2 Amsterdam time, on Facebook Live on my personal page, Barbera Schouten. I will answer any and all questions that you might have, and I would also love to talk about topics that you would like to know more about. So if you have questions that you would like me to discuss, or if you have subjects that you want me to talk about, please email me at info@tobeInbalance.com so I have fuel for my next session next week. Thank you in advance for everything that you're sending me. And again, if you are struggling with this concept of happiness and the goals and the dreams and the mission and the passion that I just talked about, or if you want to know more about the squares, or even if you have a completely unrelated question, book your free HSP clarity call with me via the link below this video, and let's meet and make your life happy. Thank you. See you next week. Bye.